A big thank you to Grammarly for sponsoring this video. It's 2022 and we all have huge plans. Between hopping to different countries to find the most unique foods to managing an entire team, life gets busy. The key is finding tools that'll help you get work done more efficiently so you can focus on other things. My tool of choice is Grammarly. Grammarly is an all-in-one writing tool that helps you clearly and effectively communicate your ideas through comprehensive feedback across platforms. It's free to download, it's easy to integrate into your daily life, and it's on platforms like Gmail. You've probably heard of Grammarly's free version, but Grammarly Premium is next level, and its advanced features will save you time. Use Grammarly's tone transforms to make you sound more assertive in emails, or their Clarity full sentence rewrites to ensure your messages are concise and clear. You can even check out their free tone detector. I use Grammarly Premium to transform my tone when I write emails to my family so Thanksgiving dinner isn't completely awkward. Get through your work and those emails quicker by keeping it concise, confident, and in the right tone with Grammarly. Go to grammarly.com/BEFRS to sign up for a free account and get 20% off Grammarly Premium today to help you be more efficient at work. Now, on to the show. Oh, so this is something I've never seen before. It smells like gastric acid.
That's good food.
Last time on our Zimbabwe food journey, I experienced this country's rarest meats.
I'll call them Alfred and Junior.
Seasoned with dried up, ground worms.
Oh, it's like it's yawning.
Today, we're going tribal, heading into the countryside to see a way of life that's fading more and more each passing day. This is Mr. MPISI's village. He's lived here nearly his whole life.
So back then, did you dress like this?
Oh, the skin.
Even back in a time when locals could hunt and eat wild game like zebra and giraffe.
What other animals? Did you hunt lion?
Easy.
Incredible.
Today, I'm on a mission to walk a day in Mr. MPISI's shoes.
Today, you're gonna be making goat. How often does this happen?
I want to see how he lives
That is something which is good food. We'll have to cook it.
and, of course, how he eats.
So this is a kitchen. It does lack maybe like a fan.
They've got food you might not be ready for.
These little things, not testicles, that would be down there.
And to be honest, I may not be ready either.
Oh, the bile.
That is medicine.
But here goes.
MPISI,
Hello, how are you?
Say hello to Mr. MPISI, head of this village.
you shake hands here, yeah?
We do it like this,
Like this?
and
Oh,
that's
okay.
perfect.
And his day starts like most people's, with breakfast.
So you have some tea right here. Do you usually have tea in the morning?
I do with this.
A breakfast of tea and bread may sound familiar to most, but the way this bread was made is truly unique.
So this is a kitchen. It does lack maybe like a fan.
Now we don't have the smoke, it's the medicine for the eyes.
Smoke is medicine for the eyes? That's fantastic. Right here, we have the bread. This is a mixture of cornmeal and sorghum and water. That makes a batter. And instead of being something like sadza, which you see all the time, it's much more dense, and they've caked it to the walls of the pan. And then the water on the bottom bubbles and steams up, cooking the batter by way of steaming it. So you know what? I'm getting used to the smoke. I feel good. My eyes feel great. I'm supposed to have tears, right? That's good?
Yeah.
While I flee in search of oxygen, the bread stays to bake for another 30 minutes. Then it's ready to serve.
Oh, this looks good.
How is it?
Really interesting flavor. It tastes like whole wheat, although it's not wheat at all, but it has that whole grain kind of taste to it. The crunchy part, that's good, right?
Good point.
A little bit of tea.
Mr. MPISI was born in the Midlands,
I was born in 1944.
but for most of his life, this is the place he's called home.
How long have you been in this area?
Since 1955.
Wow.
Since 1955.
Trying to do the math. Hold on. I was a terrible student.
His village is just 12 miles from the rapidly expanding city of Victoria Falls. Over time, it's changed a lot.
When we came here in 1955, it was bush. There is only one hotel, the Victoria Falls Hotel. White people were only 5 who were living in Victoria Falls during that time. But now it's a city.
So back then, did you dress like this?
No.
What did you wear?
The skins.
From the animals you would
From
hunt.
animals.
And what kind of animals did you hunt then?
Any animal was hunted during that time.
Giraffe?
Yes. I just got a good testament.
Oh, giraffe has good
Oh.
As the world around MPISI's village becomes more and more modern, traditions and customs become harder to maintain. It's not that outside forces are putting an end to what happens here, but young, rebellious youth in any culture tend to seek out what's trendy, new, and different.
meat. Today, you're gonna be making goat. How often does this happen?
Every weekend we should have a goat because my grandchildren are coming. They should have something to eat.
So you go through 52 goats a year. That's a lot of goats.
Chango.
MPISI's village consists of several tribes that make up one family. MPISI belongs to the Ndebele tribe, his wife from the Tonga tribe, two of the major ethnic groups in Zimbabwe. About once a week, they gather to celebrate life. That means singing, dancing, praying, drinking.
So this is like breakfast number 2, but this one gets you drunk.
Yeah.
It's good. Real thick.
Just drink with food.
Yeah.
With their hearts full and their stomachs empty, it's time to slaughter a goat. Dispatch. Drain. Butcher. And cook. From nose to tail, this goat will become several dishes that will feed many. First up, because it's the easiest to spoil, blood with chopped offals.
Blood is good food. We'll have to cook it. There are certain parts, lungs and so forth, in a bit of liver. Put it with blood so that we mix it and cook it together. The bile is also...
Oh, the bile. It's full of very, very bitter green liquid.
That green liquid is medicine. It's an anti-inflammatory. Even if you've got gout.
That'll help?
Yes.
Wow, this is gonna be quite the starter course.
The pot is seasoned with salt and placed on the stove. As the blood turns over the heat, it changes from scarlet to a muddy black. Here, blood represents being, so eating blood means gaining life.
So the blood is finished?
It's not blood now, it's food.
Right, it's food. I did have goat blood with fat on my first day in Zimbabwe. It was good, man.
Tastes better than I thought.
But here we have the bile mixed in, so it should be more bitter, right?
Tasty.
Is this blood?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Good food.
Pretty good. I love the texture, but it's very sticky. It's salty, but it's like naturally salty. I don't taste any bitterness. The bile is in there?
It's in.
Oh, cool. Oh, this one's liver.
That one's liver.
Oh.
Why?
No, I don't know. I mean, classic liver flavor, much more firm, solid. That's wild. So are you usually eating this first?
That's what you eat first. And it gives you energy and appetite to finish that.
That's the fat, right? The fat is really gummy, like it's impossible to chew, but you just squeeze all the flavor out of it.
Yes.
And there's delicious oils. You never get sick of this?
No. Sit. You can even check it. It never gets spoiled.
Do you do that sometimes? You hide it for yourself?
I take it.
I'm told that you also do African medicine.
Yes.
Do you call it African medicine or do you call it something else?
It's medicine.
That makes sense. You're in Africa.
Zimbabwe has a long history of using plants for medicinal purposes, a practice most locals still opt for.
That is devil's law. It's good even for malaria and it heals heart problems.
Can you heal a broken heart?
This rich medical knowledge is passed down from generation to generation. MPISI learned his craft from his grandfather.
This one, there are some people who can't even make a woman pregnant. That's what we use.
How many kids do you have?
Only 7.
Okay.
Though many may dismiss traditional medicine without a second thought, it may be sobering to know that fully 40% of modern medicines are derived from plants.
Even if you are coughing, got flu, got backaches, headaches, you just put it in water.
Take aspirin, for example, launched into the world from willow bark.
Oh, I mean, it tastes like medicine. It
Bed
tastes
X.
very bitter.
Right now, the only medicinal healing I need is from food, and I'm in luck.
I like your style here. It's like little appetizers throughout the day.
Yes!
This here is grilled goat liver. Using the goat skin as a cutting board, chop the liver open and spread it on a mesh grill with some fat on top.
A little bit different feeling, because before it was boiled.
And a different taste. When you are eating food, you should have a variety of taste.
You're speaking my language. Variety is the spice of life. So the other one was more full of water, really soft. This is a little more like chewy and like a harder outside, some smokiness. I like it. It's almost like a jerky. How long can you save this? For a few days?
You can put it on this, hang it for some days.
In many rural areas like this, hanging and smoking is the most effective way to preserve freshly butchered meat.
Hanging food here in this part of Africa scares me, because I even saw baboons in the city. Do baboons ever come here?
They do.
And do they ever attack your village?
No.
No.
We share this world like us human beings. They have got a role in our society. Don't give wild animals food which is eaten by human beings. They change their behavior. But if we live in harmony, we talk to them, they move away.
Really?
You can see lions, if they come to you, pretend as if you have got a lot of energy. Approach them. Don't fear. They can feel that you fear. And say, ah! They run away. But if you attack, they fight you. Right. So no animal is dangerous. It's us human beings.
During MPISI's lifetime, he's experienced a transition from game meat to pasture animals, and even these. Rabbits are prized for their lean meat, but just as much for their fur.
Holy cow!
This is a rabbit skin blanket made from 36 rabbits.
I saw it manually. This one, when you put it there, it's very good. I like it like this.
Normally, the rabbits are dispatched, carefully skinned, and sized up for the blanket.
This one is more.
Hey, maybe you can make a pillowcase.
Yes!
Yeah.
The remaining carcass is grilled over charcoal with a touch of salt.
MPISI said I had his permission to enjoy the rabbit, to try it out. And he said that the rabbit is one of the most nutritious animals they have. He said more nutritious than chicken, more than beef, and I think possibly even more than goat. I'm gonna try this part right here. These little things, not testicles, that would be down there. These are kidneys. It looks like a wood tick that sucked on a dog for too long and got big and fat. Yummy. It's just like juicy. Almost tastes like sausage. I mean, so far, this trip in Zimbabwe, we've been eating a load of meat. Cow, sheep, we're gonna have goat soon. We've had rabbit, we've had chicken, we've had guinea fowl, fish, you name it. People here really like and appreciate meat. And so do I. Is that the heart? It could be the heart. Oh no, Mr. MPISI said he could fix a broken heart. Is it too late? Let's try it out. Oh, it's awesome. I'm gonna break this back leg off. There we go. So take a look at this meat. Super white, very lean, and it's probably not gonna be juicy. I'm guessing the juiciest part was that kidney. Let's try it out. A bit firm, but not bad at all. This is quite delicious. It's not really dry. You'd think it'd be a lot more dry for being just a lean rabbit. It's a little chewy. Man, I'm falling in love with the smokiness of it. In all my times coming to Africa, this is one of my most unique experiences so far. I know we're just mid-video. I'm giving you a mid-video update. It's kind of heartbreaking when you realize and see and experience how beautiful the traditions are here. And you know that what you see today is still a diluted version of what once was. Right now, MPISI, the family, they're finishing up the goat. The real main meal is about to begin, so I better get going.
Like many tribes around Africa, some of the sacrificed animal parts are strictly allocated to men.
What we ate earlier, that's for men.
And others to women.
The breast or a short ribs, culturally is for women.
For dinner today, we've got sorghum sadza, African cabbage, and something known as zinyenze. More on that soon.
So I've got some of the African cabbage. Oh yeah, that's so fresh. But it's a little bit bitter. Did you put bile in this?
Nothing.
Okay, oh, so this is something I've never seen before.
This is a piece of goat tripe wrapped tight with intestines. The ingredients, or should I say the goat stomach and intestines, are thoroughly cleaned and then cut down to size. Each piece of tripe is wrapped with intestine, forming an elongated sausage-like shape. Now boil these works of art with salt until they reach the desired level of tenderness.
That's so cool, but it looks pretty gnarly too. Oh my God, like a perfume or a field of daisies.
That's good food.
Yeah, it smells so good. Okay. The taste is better than the smell. Can I say that?
It's better than the smell.
I love the texture. It's like squishy, squeaky, like some overcooked calamari. I've mixed the salsa with it to dilute the flavor a little bit. What's your favorite part? This one right here? Yeah. I gotta say, the more I take bites, the more I like it. It smells of gastric acid, but when you're eating it, it's not really bitter. It's just kind of savory. What do you think? Big fan? Too much. I like that.
As you may have noticed, men and women tend to sit and eat separately. Women can talk about women stuff, and guys can talk about guy stuff. That's what MPISI says.
So what are some of the men issues?
You know, it's hard to tell women that I have loss of libido.
I have what?
Loss of libido.
Oh, yeah, no one wants to admit that.
But we can discuss it if we are men together.
Instead of discussing my own libido status, I figure it's better to move on to the next topic, the goat leg. Grilled over fire until it's well done and seasoned with a bit of salt.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to try this out. Oh,
Yeah.
my man, very nice. Super smoky. Are you using mopane wood?
Yes, mopane and chick.
Great flavor. It's juicy and tender on the inside. Almost no gamey goat flavor at all. It's like the opposite of the intestines in the stomach. It's so different.
Yeah, it's so different, but now it tastes better because they've tested that one. That is part of the flavorings.
That makes sense. I like that. I want to ask, throughout the day, I've gotten your perspective on what it's been like to grow up in this area and to see the world around you change so much. Now, you're an elder. You have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. What do you want for your great-grandchildren as they grow up?
The young people, they like to depend. We're changing their mindset. Educate them, let them be involved. Teach them all survival skills in order to survive. Even how tough it is. We work as a team to collective. That collectivity makes us to go somewhere. Us choosing our own destiny, not to be planned by other people. That's
See the sunlight up the sky.
Sir, it's been a pleasure, an amazing day. Thank all of you for allowing us into your community, into your village, and for letting us learn more about the people here.
And I hope you enjoyed the food.
And I love the food too. 10 out of 10, fantastic.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace.
And you are 78 years old.
Correct.
You look great.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
What you eat?
I eat Jack Daniels.
What's that?
Is this your son?
My sister's son.
What do you call that?
You have your friend, yeah?
Oh,
That end. Tata Twiza.
is he old enough for liver? My favorite part is I just gave him a Sour Patch Kid and he hated it, and he just gave him liver and he loved it. Holy cow! Did any rabbits die to make this blanket? Boom! Guys, that is the end of this video. Not only that, it's the end of our Zimbabwe series. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is one of the most amazing, adventurous, kind, funny, fascinating countries I've ever been to all around the world, and especially here in Africa. I had a great time. You should come to Zimbabwe too. Great food, lots of meat, very nice people. What more could you ask for? That is gonna wrap it up for this series. Coming up next, more adventures in Africa. I like saying Africa that way. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you next time. A peace, peace, peace. Maybe they can grill something else. I did see a chicken.